What's going on, guys? Forever One Ghost here, coming back at you with another awesome anime discussion video. And I got my brother, Shifting Soul. Say what's up, Soul.
What's going on, everybody?
So we're going to be talking about Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War. Oh my god. I have waited 10 years for this anime to come back. My brother's just as hyped. Brother, you gassed? You gassed?
Oh, I'm gassed, 100%.
100%. 100%.
100%.
So we want to talk a little bit about Bleach, and what better way to do it than with my brother, Shifting Soul. Make sure to follow him, by the way, on his Twitter at Shifting Soul, and his YouTube channel as well, Shifting Soul. But let's get right into it, man. How hyped are you for the 1,000-Year Blood War?
I'm gassed. You know what? Bleach was one of my favorite animes to watch after like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. I watched Bleach when it first started, and you know from what I've seen, from all 366 episodes, it was a ride. And
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel like it kind of left an emptiness in the anime world, right? Because it kind of like went in some serious hiatus. But yeah, I love Bleach. It was a fantastic show. It had a lot of good storylines. I have to say it had a lot of filler too. Like it was kind of very fillery a little bit. But the consistency was pretty good, and I definitely really did enjoy Bleach as an anime for sure.
Oh no,
It was one of
100%.
my like I said, Johnny Young Bosch was the voice actor for Ichigo Kurosaki. He was fantastic. He played him well, and like I said, amazing show.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's been so long, and I've gotten the chance to kind of like look at some trailers for the hype. You know, they even remixed the original song for Ichigo Kurosaki's character, and I was just so amazed by the remix, by the little twists and turns it did with the song, and kind of added some strings and guitar and a few other things that kind of made the song pop even more than what it originally was. But either way, you also have to remember when we last saw Ichigo, he had lost his Soul Reaper powers. You know, and if you hadn't seen all 366 episodes, spoiler alert, Ichigo did lose his Soul Reaper powers after fighting Aizen. And you kind of look back at what Ichigo was. He was just a regular, ordinary person that didn't have his Soul Reaper powers until he met Genjao. And Genjao told him or promised him that he would bring back his Soul Reaper powers. And then obviously that journey took place, and then seeing where Ichigo's state of mind was, and as Fullbring, which is his Fullbring's power from his Soul Reaper badge that he had, and pretty much seeing the transitioning of that happening. How did you like the last few episodes of Bleach before it ended with Genjao's story with him and Ichigo?
I thought it was so like to me it was really well drawn. It was really well animated. It was really cool to see how Ichigo kind of like sacrificed it all when he fought Aizen, right? And he used the final Getsuga to cut him down, just to give Kisuke the opportunity to steal him away, right?
Yeah.
And watching Ichigo not have his Soul Reaper powers for so long, and then beating someone who, basically said, "Hey, I can get you your Soul Reaper powers back. Just, let me help you." And the deceitfulness behind that, and just was well played, was really clever, and how he basically used him to basically excuse me, to basically boost up his his crew. And what I also thought was insane just was when the captains came through the gate and basically gave back Ichigo his actual Soul Reaper powers, and how they all committed to it. They all gave a little bit of their own powers to give back Ichigo his. I thought it was insane, and just how awesome that was. But it was double-edged sword too, a little bit, right? Because in the sense was he basically was fighting the very first substitute Soul Reaper.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that.
No,
right?
he didn't. He didn't know that.
Just him transforming into this, when you see him hit his Bankai, his sword is different. His Shikai is different, which is his base form sword. And his robes are different. His attitude is different. And he's just like a totally different Ichigo than when he first had his powers. Like you can tell by his sword, you can tell by his Bankai, you can tell by just how he approached the situation. And I think that was like amazing, just how different of an Ichigo this version was.
No, 100%. And I think, Ichigo not finding out about the first substitute Soul Reaper kind of made him angry, and how they betrayed him. And then him finding out what his decision would be at the end of all of that. Because when he found out that how they treated the first substitute Soul Reaper, kind of made it so like he had his reasons to be pissed at the current captains and the head captain, Yamamoto, when he found out about it. But also, he built a very good relationship with them after so many years, helping them out, saving the Soul Society, his powers increasing, his soul powers becoming even stronger, but all of them at some point realized how important Ichigo was to the Soul Society and as a substitute Soul Reaper. So, because Genri Yusai never would have done this, right? And then after so many years of him helping out and never thinking twice about it, Genri Yusai ordered all the captains to kind of share their soul powers into the sword so that Ichigo can get his powers back, and he fought Genjao. And then obviously, if you hadn't seen the ending of it, he went back home to Karakura Town, and that was it. And that's where we were left with for almost 10 years. And then now, Tite Kubo came back and kind of did the Bleach 20th anniversary, revealing that, Bleach was coming back with the 1,000-year Blood War. Obviously, seeing Ichigo now and seeing where his state of mind is now, and kind of figuring out, because I didn't really read the mangas, obviously, because I didn't want it to spoil it to me for however long it took for the show to come back. I waited and waited and waited, and now that we're here, it's kind of like, what am I going to look forward to? Because everyone's already probably ahead of us. They've already read the mangas. They've already are like 100 steps ahead of us. What are you looking most forward to with this show, right? Because it's like, what do you expect from this? Being it's the final arc, the final story, the final chapter, it's over after this. What are you looking most forward to with this for the Quincy War versus the Soul Reaper War?
I would probably have to say just all the character development, like the story, like where they left off, how stronger did they get? What did they do? Just kind of where do they stand currently against this new adversary?
Adversary.
And I know it's adversary, trust me.
All right.
Like it's just crazy to see that, it's like, I guess it's like a little peek into head captain's like past a little bit, right? And kind of talks about just how this war started and how it began, and now it's being brought back to light. And I really want to see the direction this show goes, because it could potentially be like a really interesting show. It could be a 300 episode show, it could be a 400, 5, who knows? It's what I'm really interested in knowing also is the story, right? Who is it? And I kind of want to understand, like, how does Uryu feel about this? Is he going to defend his friend, or is he going to protect his heritage, right?
Yeah.
And where how does Ichigo have to feel if he has to fight Uryu to stop him, and basically, end his friendship with him or protect the world? Like, I mean, that's where it really comes down to, right?
Yeah.
Like, where do the lines not get blurred? Where do the lines do not get crossed? That's what I really want to see.
No, of course. And I definitely want to see a lot of what's going to happen now, a lot of what's happened after the battle with Genjao, and kind of what happens after he left Katakura Town and went to, just going back home and, defending it after so many years. A lot of things that I'm looking most forward to is just to figure out how this all ends, with the Quincy's coming to war with the Soul Reapers after so many years. And then now, everything that's happening, course, going into this with the head captains, the Soul Reapers, and then Ichigo, kind of coming back to all of this and finding out about this, and then seeing what's next, because, he has to save the Soul Society. He has to fight them all. He has to defend them like he did and he has always done. And that's what I'm looking most forward to with this. And obviously seeing him come back, seeing him in new light, and kind of seeing where this journey takes him now, being the final chapter, right? And we kind of get to see, the final battles with Ichigo. And I'm just excited. I can't wait to be a part of that. And I'm excited to see where he takes this. And honestly, man, I am happy that we're even here to watch this, man, because I'm so gassed. There's so many animes out there, but this being the one that we've been waiting for so long, it excites me, and I'm excited. I know you're excited. I'm gassed, and I can't wait, man. I honestly can't wait. I mean, if there's anything we can really even go with, it's just that a lot of the trailers that have been released are hyping it up just as much as possible. I know that the Brave Souls mobile game is probably hyping that up as well as on Twitter, YouTube, every other social media. Every other games that are out there are hyping this show up as much as possible, man. But I mean, for the episodes, I definitely think that it's probably going to be probably, I don't know, I'm going to go off a guess, maybe 300 episodes, another 300, maybe less, I don't know. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited, and I can't wait to watch this show, man. I know that this is going to be a good one. I mean, what else can you really say? It's going to be it's going to be a hard show to beat just to see that come back. I mean, what do you think about that?
October 10th, right?
Yeah, it's coming out October 10th.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see, and just what the expectations are. How well does it do? First maybe we'll see how well it does after the first 100 episodes and see what direction they take it. I'm not sure. It could be a short series. It could be a long one. It's just we don't know, right?
Yeah.
But we certainly will find out as soon as it comes back on October the 10th.
Yeah, exciting times, man. Anyway, I appreciate you coming in here, man, and doing this video with me, man. I really can't thank you enough. I've been wanting to do a video again with my brother, and we got a video out with talking about Bleach's 1,000-Year Blood War. So as always, man, y'all stay awesome. Keep watching anime. Stay hyped for the 1,000-Year Blood War, and make sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.